Hey guys, what's up? Russ here with day 35 of my video a day series for 2022. Yesterday I put out a Q&A asking you guys for questions. I got some great ones, so I'm going to be answering them in today's video. Let's get started. Alright, the first question up is from 64 Page Special. He asked, have I ever bought anything thinking, hey, at least it'll make for a good video? And yes, back when I first started doing this, I started with Funko, and I was doing mystery boxes and things. I tried Marvel Collector's Corps, the DC Legion of Collectors, Ferrera box, and I mostly did those because everybody at the time seemed to be into unboxings, and I thought this stuff will make for good videos. I was just starting out, so I signed up for them. And yeah, the Marvel and the DC box was pretty cool, but the Ferrera box honestly was kind of trash. I didn't like those. So yeah, the Ferrera box is what I bought that I thought, hey, this will make for a great video. It didn't. Next up is Black Dragon RPG. He said, what has been your favorite video that you have ever filmed for YouTube? That's kind of hard because honestly, I don't think my videos are that good for me to have like a favorite of something I filmed. But I would say if I had to pick one, it would have to be when I got to go to a Monday Night Raw a couple years ago. I went with my niece and her husband, my nephew-in-law. And it was awesome. I vlogged the whole thing. I'll link that on the end card if you guys are interested in seeing it. It was, geez, maybe 3 years ago now. But that's got to be the favorite one that I filmed just for the experience of it. It was the first and only time I ever got to go to a live wrestling show. I got one from Zen Multiverse. Who's your least favorite superhero? He's got two questions. The other one is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? Let's go with the first one first here. The first one first. Alright, whatever. It's who's your least favorite superhero? That's kind of hard too because I kind of like everybody. If I had to pick a least favorite, I guess I would go Deadpool because I'm just not really that big of a fan of his. And if I could have any superpower, what would it be? It's kind of a toss-up between like invincibility and flight. Because, I mean, if you got flight, you kind of have to have invincibility too, because otherwise when you land, you're going to break your legs. But I got to go with flight. I would love to be able to fly. I got one from Life with Two YouTubers, my friend Sharon. She said, if you had unlimited money, that would be sweet. What is the first thing you'd buy, the first place you'd visit, and the first food you would try? The first thing I would buy would be a house. I've always wanted my own home. My whole life I've just lived in apartments. I've never been in an actual home. I've always wanted a brick house with a big deck on the back for the grill, a big walk-in basement to make a game room out of, a huge kitchen to cook some stuff up in. So that would be definitely the first thing I would buy. And the place that you would visit first, that's kind of hard because I've always really wanted to travel all over the States. And there's some other places I'd love to see. I've always wanted to see Ireland. But I think the first thing I would do is just go on a tour of the United States and visit a bunch of my friends here from YouTube. And I'd probably start, if I'm honest, in Colorado and hang out with Sharon and her family because they're just awesome people. The first food I would love to try. I've always wanted to try lobster. I've never had it. I always thought that would be good. Got one from Chop and Jop 2013. Awesome dude, by the way. If you're not subbed to his channel, look him up. Chop and Jop 2013. He's got some great comic calls every week on his channel. He asked, when I started YouTube, Did I always show my face, or was it something I gradually moved up to? I have self-esteem issues and I want to make an appearance, but I can't find the confidence to. No, when I first started, I was behind the camera for the first several months or so, maybe 3 months. I stayed behind the camera, super nervous, man. I've never really had that much confidence. Still to this day, I struggle with confidence. And I remember the first time I got in front of the camera, it was for an unboxing, and man, you might not be able to tell it on film, but I was shaking inside, so nervous. But I gotta say, man, if you want to get in front of the camera, do it, brother. Everybody here in the community will support you 100%, man. And as far as confidence goes, that does come with time. Like I said, I was mad nervous when I got in front of the camera. But after a few months, it just started being natural, man. So if you want to do that, if you want to jump in front of the camera and do it, man. It might feel like weird at first and nervous, but after just a few videos, it'll be like second nature, brother. I got James Gallegos. He said, what toppings do I put on my pizza? Currently, I'm loving pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapenos, man. That's like my 3-topping go-to lately. So got one from Surf Blue here. He has a couple questions. He says, what toys did you get back in the day when you were growing up? A lot of this stuff, man. I was really into Superman stuff. And I had quite a few of these Kenner Superman figures. The old school X-Men figures from the 90s. I had a few of those. Had some Ninja Turtles figures. Wish I still had those, man. A big thing I was into was Transformers. Never had too many of those, but I had a few and they were awesome. Love those toys, man. Definitely wish they were still around because now they're like ridiculously priced. You can't even get them. And the second one is also a pizza related question. Is do I have any good pizza joints in my area? And not really. I mean, outside of your standard like Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's, that's pretty much like all that's around here. But probably the best like pizza place I've ever had was when I was at Myrtle Beach, probably 3, maybe 4 years ago. I was down on Broadway down there, and I ran across this little pizza place called Extreme Pizza, and that was just the best place I've ever eaten pizza, man. So good. It was like almost having homemade pizza. I have Simple Simon coming in with the final question. He says, which would I rather have, Superman's powers or Gal Gadot? Brother, I ain't no simp. Superman's powers all day long. Sorry, Gal. What's my dream car? Gotta be a Dodge Viper. I've loved that car ever since I first saw them. Love to own one. But first, I'd have to get laser eye surgery. Or maybe just a new set of eyeballs, period. And finally, who wins? Mario versus Sonic. Sonic, man. He's going to run rings around Mario all day long, make him dizzy. Boom, Mario's going to fall over. And that's it. I appreciate the questions, guys. This was a fun video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 36. Peace.
What did you say his power level is? It's over 9,000!